And then he was like, so what are you doing now? I just said, oh, I'm working for a wealth advisory company. Then his first response, without even asking like what I do, oh, so you're out there scamming people to invest with you, is it?
I remember the first thing that my mom said to me was in Chinese. She said that you make sure you don't make people lose money. You make sure that you don't get people to buy bad things, right? So that's sort of in my head the moment I decided to join Provident. Hi, I'm Yong Cheng. I'm 35 this year. I'm a team lead of the advisory team at Provident.
Hi everyone, my name is Nataly and I'm 28 this year. I am the team lead of the brand department here at Provident.
I'm accountancy by training. After graduation, I went straight into being an auditor, like most of accountancy students are.
I wasn't studying finance, so I did a 5-year straight master's degree in architecture at NUS. Okay, I didn't really finish masters. I was supposed to. I was halfway through my final year, but I decided that I couldn't really continue on anymore because of various issues. The culture, the workload, and the amount of stress that I was getting. So I decided that it was time for me to stop because I could feel that it was taking a toll on my emotional and mental well-being. Yeah.
And after 2 years of intensive work in an audit, I decided to sort of realign my career. I had sort of what we call like a quarter-life crisis, right? So I was 25, 26, and then I sat down and started thinking what would be my career objective. I wrote down and I said that I wanted to create sort of a positive social impact in the work I do. I was going through a phase where I was going to get married. I was also at that stage of my life looking through my finances, and I felt that I need to optimize my finances, and of course together with my back then fiancés. Then I decided that why not I go and learn about this personal finance things. So that was when the government actually introduced the SkillsFuture credit, and then I used that $500 and signed up for the Certified Financial Planning course. If I'm going to advise people on finances, I would want to do it on this basis, which is fee only, right? And I'm able to sort of look you in the eyes and say that, nobody else is paying me, I'm able to advise you and you can trust me on that. So that was when I started researching and I Googled, is there a fee-only advisory firm in Singapore? And then Provident came up. Yeah, so I decided that, why not I try? I spoke to my classmate and then I wrote into Provident and I sort of asked for an interview. And then after a few months, I said, yes, let's do it.
So after I stopped, I woke up one day and then I called my dad. I told him, okay, Papa, I don't want to do architecture. I want to stop school, can I? And because it wasn't the first time I brought it up to him, and I think I was crying. So he was like, how long? 你自己做决定. So you decide for yourself. I don't know if you guys know, but if you have any architecture friends, the workload is crazy. Sometimes, to a certain extent, I could feel like I have this mild anxiety attacks. I think most of us will say that we have, oh my god, I think I'm gonna have a panic attack soon or stuff like that, but whether it really happens and whether we take it seriously or whether we are able to move on from that is another thing. So halfway through my final year, I decided I couldn't anymore. And then I stopped my master's program. So I took about half a year off to take a break, to really think of what to do. And of course, at the same time, I also was applying some jobs. I managed to apply for the Provident job I found on JobStreet, but they wanted somebody with more design, somebody more design focused. So with my background in architecture, they decided to hire me and give me a chance. So that's how I transited to the finance industry. I tried to explain this to my friends. They don't really understand, so most of them, they'll just assume like I am just like any other FAs out there. They cannot grasp the concept that I am actually doing the branding side for this company. I think partially because I couldn't really communicate very well. So sometimes there was one remark that really hit me the most. He was like, "So what are you doing now?" I just said, "Oh, I'm working for a wealth advisory company." Then his first response, without even asking like what I do, "Oh, so you're out there scamming people to invest with you, is it?" And then I was quite taken aback. But people's first impression is that, yeah.
I remember the first thing that my mom said to me was that, in Chinese, she said that you make sure you don't make people lose money. You make sure that you don't get people to buy bad things, right? So that's sort of ink in my head. She's a very big figure in my life. I always wanted to make sure that she can be proud of me in the work that I do. Yeah.
Of course, the culture, the people I'm working with, and I think also this family-like culture that we have here at Provident, it doesn't feel as corporate as it is. It made me realize that this is a firm that values these family-like relationships, and it's a place that is very conducive for emotional and well-being as compared to my previous environment lah. And with this big change, I mean, who wouldn't want to stay, right?
I would say that we operate almost sort of like a corporate family. We care about each other's well-being, we care about each other's health. We will want to give them as much support as possible. Yeah. So I think that's, in terms of culture, what we're trying to build here. But at the same time, you know that we are trying to support you in terms of your progress and in the work, and not just work, but also the family aspect of things. For clients is that we want to make sure that we are able to provide independent, honest, competent advice. Clients have the confidence and assurance that we are providing advice that is in their best interest. That gets me doing my job very comfortable as well, because I'm able to be very honest with my clients to make sure that they achieve the goals that they want to do.
I realize it is ultimately what gives me a sense of purpose, the work-life aspect and also the relationship aspect. At work, the sense of achievement and the pride, the responsibility, the acknowledgement that I get gives me that meaning in life. It drives me and motivates me to actually do even better.
Meaning of life to me is about making sure that I'm able to create a positive social impact in the things I do. Am I able to do good things that I ask myself, if I'm lying in a coffin today, what will people say about me? This is how I sort of live by. Coming back to what my mother used to tell me is that we say 人在做天在看. What it means is that what we are doing now may not be watched by other people, but up there's somebody watching you. So we always need to make sure that we watch our own behavior, watch our own action, and make sure that we are doing the right thing. Yeah.